Today, the Group 1 sports bet Goodwood. Giga Kick is the clear favourite, though they're slowly coming into the yard here. We'll work out which one we've got our eyes on first in just a moment, but at the moment, Giga Kick getting close to even money for the big one coming up. It's due in 9 minutes. They're obviously going to run a little bit late after the delay for the Proud Miss. I can certainly see Sharippa, John, number 3, but number 2's just made its way into the yard as well, Climbing Star. So we'll get to which horse we're going to have a look at first in just a moment. We are going to start with the 2, Climbing Star, the Sangster winner from last year and placed in the Goodwood last year.
She had a fantastic Adelaide Racing Carnival in 2024 and she had been ticking over really well until that run in the Sangster this year. She was really good first up behind Asfura when she closed late off a moderate tempo. Pretty plain when a 12th placing in the Sangster last year. Stable rider Lockie Neindorf had seen enough. He's jumped back on Stretton Angel.
Number 3 is Sharippa. His last 9 starts, John, he's only run 2 minor placings, but 5 of his last 9 starts have been in Group 1 races.
He's been a bit of a frustrating horse lately. He had a great campaign about a year and a bit ago, which culminated in a black type win at Flemington and a very good run in the Oakley Plate when beaten around 2 lengths. His mixed form, I think, sometimes is due to the firmness of the tracks and him jarring up. We are on a good rated track here, but importantly, he went to the Murray Bridge trials recently and trialled brilliantly. We know at his best he's a good horse. From that outside gate, he can go forward. I personally don't mind the outside draw for him.
He looks nice and relaxed in the yard. He ran 8th in this race last year, Sharippa. Ben Price riding here for Shane and Cassie Oxlade. Cassie, one of the strappers. The other is Lawrence Tijakovic, the Blue Diamond winning jockey from years ago on Miracles of Life. Here's number 4, Watch Me Win, one of the locals as well.
Good luck, Tez. I really hope he runs a big race for you. He's on his toes in the mounting yard, Watch Me Win, and he comes into this after winning at Group 3 level last start and finding the line strongly. His ratings have gradually improved throughout his brief career. He's done absolutely nothing wrong in his career to date. 5 wins and 3 placings from 10 starts. Maps to settle maybe 4th or 5th somewhere inside of runners and be ridden for luck. Would need a clear career best at the weights.
Joe Glewis on strapping duties there. Andrew's eldest son, $21 right at the moment with Sportsbet. And there's Dad Andrew coming across. Number 5 is Sir Sway, yet another of the locals. What a big thrill for Sue and Jason Yench, the mother and son training combination.
There's not too many more honest horses than Sir Sway in South Australia, and his career record is exceptional. 8 wins from 17 starts. He's been right round the mark in the black type level races that are probably a couple of rungs down from this. Had every chance though at Oakbank last start when Volcanic Express beat him. A really consistent horse, but I have to think this is a little bit beyond him.
Yeah, he's at big odds. He's $67 right at the moment. Jake Toeroke has the sit. At $16 is horse number 6, Stretton Angel. And, well, you couldn't begrudge her a Group 1 victory. She's run so well in so many Group 1 races. She has.
She's got some ratings at her best that give her a chance in this race, but her most recent 2 starts, she's rated comfortably below what she's capable of, somewhere in the vicinity of 3 lengths off her best. She was beaten 3.5 lengths in the Sangster. She ran 9th. She came through what might have been inferior going and maybe should have finished a shade closer. Her best runs this preparation were her first 2. If she could reproduce that form, she could get somewhere into the placings at least.
Second in the Goodwood last year. She's been top 4 5 times in Group 1 races. We then look at number 7, John, the favourite, Giga Kick. He's $2 right at the moment with Sportsbet.
He's quite a solid, stocky type of horse looking at him in the yard. He's coming into this race first up of 3 barrier trials. The best of those trials was probably the one that he had 2 ago when he beat Osmar and was asked for a bit more of an effort and hit the line well. He's coming into this race so well weighted. He gets in there without a weight penalty because his most recent win was around about 2 years ago. In the meantime, he hasn't run badly and he's such an honest horse. He brings a good rating through pretty well every one of his career starts. Beaten a nose in the Everest last year. He's got the right right form. He's got the right weight. The thing I'm most concerned about him is the map.
Second favourite at $6.50 with Sportsbet is number 8, Reserve Bank.
I do like the map for this horse. I think he's a good chance, if he begins clearly, to get a 1-1 spot, because a possible leader press down is drawn immediately outside him. He's gone to a new level since coming to South Australia and been successful at his last 2 runs. He's a neat horse that can settle forward, that's got a good change of gear. He's the right horse coming into the race at the right time. Probably just needs to find a length on his last run.
We get to 2 outsiders, John. 2 more locals. 9 pressed down for Peter Hardacre.
Will be fully fit here, 1,200 metres third up, and he did cover a bit of extra ground when beaten by Watch Me Win. Comes in slightly better at the weights, but he's entitled to go round a big price. What he might do, though, is be in front or be right up there for a long time in this race.
The 10, Volcanic Express for David Jolly, who won the race in 2002 with Zip Zip Array.
Volcanic Express will be at the other end of the field. He'll almost certainly be in the last couple from that wide gate. He's a get-back horse anyway. What he has got in his favour is a big finish and a big change of gear. We saw that 2 starts ago at Oakbank when he was a big winner from the back of the field coming to the outside. Last start he was equally good behind Watch Me Win in a race that the tempo probably wasn't there for him to run on.
Generosity. She's been a generous buy for her connections, John. They gave $9,000 for her as a weanling at a Magic Million sale, and she's already got edging up towards $800,000 in the bank.
This preparation has clearly been the best in her career, Generosity. She's been racing in great form. She always hits the line strongly. Comes out of the Quokka where she was only beaten a half a length. The little knocks I've got are that maybe that was her grand final and this is a bit of an afterthought, and she couldn't have been ridden any better in the Quokka. She had an outstanding ride courtesy of Lucy Fiore on that occasion.
Amina, number 12. I know you give this 3-year-old filly a great chance, John. Second in the Sangster behind Charmstone.
Really think she'll run well. She was fantastic first up when she just had to change course once or twice in the straight. I think she should have finished alongside Charmstone. Gets a couple of kilos weight swing in her favour on Charmstone. Love the gate for her, middle to outside gate. She'll be running on hard.
Prairie Flower, number 13 for Will Clarkin and Nikki O'Shea. 5th in the Sangster, not beaten that far.
Very honest mare who always runs her usual race. Gets back in the field a little, maybe from a middle gate she can keep some behind her, but you'd think she'd be at least midfield. The weights are okay for her. She's got a little weight swing in her favour from the Sangster. You just probably think that she's going to end up getting beaten 2 or 3 lengths and run well, but find some better.
And the Sangster winner was number 1, Charmstone, looking to become the 3rd mare to complete the Sangster Goodwood double, emulating Black Caviar in 2012 and Platelet in 2013.
Having won the Group 1 Sangster, though, she does carry a 4-kilogram weight penalty, and that's the biggest negative for her on the form guide for mine. She was super winning the Sangster, well ridden by Mark Zara, but made good ground and hit the line strongly. She's a very honest mare who's progressed well through her grades. It's not going to be easy completing the Group 1 double with that weight penalty, but I don't think she's out of the race, and I've priced her similar to the market.
John, we'll check your numbers. We'll get an update with Matt, and then JT will have a chat to the trainer of the favourite, Giga Kick, Clayton Douglas.
It's very hard not to put Giga Kick on top. I've marked him favourite and very clearly so, but I'm just a little bit wary of taking a price around about even money or a shade better for him. He deserves to be favourite. He's exceptionally well placed in the race. Having said that, I think the horses that are the best value in the race are my 2nd and 3rd selections. Reserve Bank, and I'm just noticing there's good late money for him. Horse number 8 for 2nd and Amina for 3rd. I put in Charmstone, the Sangster winner, for 4th. Been looking forward to all carnival. The big crowd here is all looking forward to seeing what Giga Kick can do. Can he sit back and round them up? We'll find out very soon.
Yeah, we're getting close to a start here. They've done a good job basically to get right on time after that last race. The Proud Miss was run extremely late. Sharippa's about to come up into line here. He's going up riderless. Big thrill for the Price boys here riding in a Group 1 together. They did do it in the Goodwood a couple of years ago. They rode a couple for Will Clarkin and Nikki O'Shea, Bo Rosser and Ironclad, but young Ben on Sharippa and Will on Prairie Flower. Giga Kick the favourite, basically even money, $2.05 with Sportsbet. We go to Tim Edwards.
So they've done pretty well to catch up time here for the Goodwood. $2 Giga Kick. I thought that's where he would end up. So we await Climbing Star to come in. Amina, the filly. There's one more over there. It's the riderless horse, which might be Watch Me Win. So what will they do with Giga Kick here? He's got the outside gate to contend with. So there's one more to come in. Just can't quite see it. Number 4 it is. Watch Me Win. Once it's in, they'll be set. So stand by for a start here for race number 8. They're all in, set for the Goodwood. Red lights on. Here we go. Set. Favourites out deep. And that, of course, is Giga Kick. They're all in for the Goodwood. Starter holding them here. Stand by. Still no release. They still stand. Racing in the Goodwood. And off the inside, Stretton Angel a bit slow. Prairie Flower had no speed either, and Press Down won the start. Sursway's going up in the early stages as well with Climbing Star and Sharippa. Charm Stone, then came Watch Me Win. A length away in the field, then to Generosity. Then came Amina. Back on the inside, then came moving through there was Stretton Angel. A length and a half away in the field to Prairie Flower. Giga Kicks back third last here from Reserve Bank and Volcanic Express. So they've gone pretty hard, and Climbing Star now races to the lead. Climbing Star narrowly as they approach the bend. Press Down is second, and third placing there is Sir Sway. Back on the inside is Watch Me Win from Sharippa. Giga Kick still second last here, peeling right to the outside in the Goodwood. So Climbing Star the leader here. Press Down's after it. Sir Sway down the middle. Then Watch Me Win. Stretton Angels getting right up on the inside here. So it's in front, Climbing Star. Sir Sway, where's Giga Kick? He's not there yet. Reserve Bank's on the scene. Reserve Bank goes to Sir Sway. Giga Kick flying home, but Reserve Bank's going to win the Goodwood. Second place is either Giga Kick or Sir Sway. Amina came from the clouds. Might have got fourth from Generosity, the Western Australian mare. Probably finishes at about 5th or 6th. Then came behind those Climbing Star, Prairie Flower, Sharippa, then Volcanic Express, Press Down, and Charmstone last in.
The 3-year-old's done it. Reserve Bank, the son of capitalist Jamie Mallum's won the Goodwood for Mick Price and Michael Kent Jr. down the middle of the track. This horse has been a revelation in South Australia. And John, he's won the biggest race of his career, the Group 1 Goodwood.
He's had a fantastic few weeks here in South Australia, Reserve Bank, and he got back a lot further than I thought he would in the run. Jamie Mellum has developed a fantastic record in our Group 1 races in recent times. I don't think any of her rides were as good as this one. It's an outstanding ride, plotting the path that she has from back in the field. She saved a bit of ground on Giga Kick. He was super late. He's in a photo for the placings, but Reserve Bank used that change of gear we know he had and saved the ground on a few of his main rivals when he needed to, JT.
A great result for Mick Price and Michael Kent Jr. They win another Group 1 in Adelaide. We'll come back and hear from Mick Price. We'll hear from Jamie Mallum, another South Australian Group 1 on her CV. We'll catch up with the beaten jockey.
Year-old, you're taking him home as a very valuable stallion.
Well, he's a Group 1 winner now as a colt, isn't he? So beautiful sound, big, strong, nice colt. Bit concerned in the run where he was. I did say to her, he's a nice flow-along sort of horse. He doesn't like the mixed messages and don't drag him back. And I'm sure he was out the back. But thankfully they ran along and he was allowed to use his big stride late and he took off. So, look, I can only say he's a very good colt and, he's won a Group 1.
And Mickey's wins here, you're right about that. The first two we saw him win, he was basically in that 3-wide line. Once he did have Gallant Sun on his back and he held him at bay, the next time he was dynamic in the Tobin Bronze. But we saw something a bit different today.
Yeah, he just needs a bit of room, doesn't he? Like, he's a sizable colt and he's got a good long stride on him and he was strong at the end of 1,200 metres. As the race worked out, it was probably a good spot for him to be, because a bit of argy-bargy going on up in front, wasn't there? So, anyway, he's a lovely colt and he's won a Group 1. Fantastic.
You said he's always been a bit of a challenge as well because he's been a bit boisterous.
Yeah, well, that's Colt, isn't it? He's a big, strong boy. He's actually got a good temperament and a good brain, but he comes to the races. That Matthew Chadwick has been wrestling him for 3 hours, so he had a ride and ran second, and I said, you sure you're up to this? But he never left him alone. He's done a great job here with him, and he's a typical Colt. He's full of himself, and he's a lad, and big alpha male type colt, and that's him.
Did you have something in the back of your mind if he came here and won today, what you'd be doing with him next, or you're going to let the dust settle?
No, I didn't. That's about run number 5 for him. So now he's a Group 1 colt, so it changes the landscape for him, doesn't it? I'd have to go home and have a good think about it and see what we can do with him.
It's always been a happy hunting ground for you, Adelaide, our carnival.
Well, it has. The big tracks. I like the big tracks, They're tracks that give you no excuses. If your horse is fit and well ridden, you cop the result. And, the big tracks, that's what I like.
Goodwood win number 4 for you.
Well, I'm not sure. I actually don't know my own stats. I can tell you I'm about 10 wins off 3,000 winners, maybe 9 after that. I'm not sure, but I don't know my own stats.
And Jamie Mellum, the booking for Jamie?
Well, she was apprenticed to me a long time ago when she came to Victoria, and she actually said, that bloke hindered my career. I don't think I put her on enough.
So is this Jamie's first Group 1 win for you then?
I don't know. I'm not good on my own stats, am I? No, I don't know. I mean, tomorrow's another day for me.
I should be asking the man immediately to my left and your right. Bruce, he would know. I think he's going to grab you next. But, hey, Mick, well done.
Thanks, Terry. Much appreciated.
There we go. So Reserve Bank takes the Goodwood. We will grab Jamie. Now, Mick doesn't know. Is it your first Group 1 for Mick?
It is.
Your old boss?
I thought that. It is, isn't it? Yeah, no, it is. It is. Yeah, Bruce would know.
That's exactly what I said to Mick. Bruce would know. Jamie, tell me about the race.
Nothing went to plan. He reared out the gates, missed the start, but I just got a dream run. I got a beautiful run in the end. Giga Kick was on our outside, and I thought, if I drag back now and get on his backside, he's going to be too sharp. So we just rode for luck. The gaps came, and I was just a passenger. Mick's got this horse absolutely flying. That was a very impressive win.
He showed us when he won the Tobin Bronze. He does have a real turn of acceleration, doesn't he?
Yeah, and Mick, his one instruction was just don't touch him. I think he's if he gets his head up, he can flip his pallet. He can do a few things wrong. But today I was just a passenger, like I said, and God, he gave me a really good feel late.
I know you're riding Group 1 winners all over the country now, and bigger races than in your home state. But
yeah, one in Adelaide. I was getting withdrawals. I thought I can't leave Adelaide without getting another Group 1.
But back-to-back Goodwoods now as well.
Yeah, it's a very special race to win, and nothing's like winning a race back home at Adelaide in front of my aunties here, Auntie Jan, and family are here. It's special, very special.
Congratulations, Jamie.
Thank you very much.